I know the details of my daughter's face better than I know the details of anybody else's face. But again, it's just not a replacement for sight. Hey my treasures, it's Serena and welcome back to my channel for another video. Welcome all the new subscribers. Thank you so much for supporting my content. If you guys haven't, check the description box. I've started putting a lot of stuff in there and you will find our YouTuber of the month down there, Unsightly Opinions. She's another visually impaired YouTuber and she has amazing content. You should really check her out. You will find both her channel link and the video of the week that I've chosen down there. The videos I choose for the week aren't always the videos she uploads for the week. They're just, what I'm enjoying watching at that moment or what video stood out to me that week. So definitely go check her out. She's great. This video is going to be a shorter video than I usually post, which is probably going to be awesome for some since I tend to ramble. I am going to be talking today about 5 things I wish I could see as a blind parent. In my previous video, the Parenting with Disabilities tag, which I will link in the description box below, I do mention how there are aspects of parenting I find are actually more fulfilling with a disability. That does not mean, however, that there are aspects of parenting I don't want to see. There are some aspects of parenting a child that are very difficult not to be able to see, not just logistically, but emotionally. Sometimes I feel like there might be a deeper emotional connection in certain situations if I could see what was going on because I would understand it more. I have my trusty braille display on my lap, which you might hear blinking away. I have this out here whenever I'm doing lists because knowing me, I am most likely to draw a blank on something important right in the middle of a video. And having these things written down prevents me from doing that. So, without further ado, here are my top 5. 1. My daughter dancing. When Rosie was around 4, she was in dance. She was in dance for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years, and she had a couple recitals in that time. And it was really difficult for me to sit in the audience and not be able to see her on stage. I could feel her costume, that was fine, but I wanted to be able to see her dancing and I couldn't. I had to take the word of other people that she was doing well. I had to listen as they described what she was up to, and they couldn't really do that in the audience at the recital because other people were trying to watch and trying to film, and I personally would have been annoyed if there was somebody chattering throughout my film while I was trying to pay attention to my child dancing. And so I tended not to get descriptions of what she was up to while she was on stage. People had to tell me afterward. Now, I know for a fact that in her very first recital, Rosie basically led the whole thing. It was awesome. Everyone in the audience was cheering, and they were primarily cheering for her. It was really, really cool. But I couldn't see any bit of that. I just had to take it in faith that that's what was happening. And sometimes that can be difficult. I wish I could see her dance. Not only her former recitals, but the little dances she makes up at home to her favorite songs because she wants me to see them. And sometimes I'll have her do it so I can feel the dance moves, but when she's dancing with her friends or just dancing on her own, mommy, look what I can do. I wish I could see it. Dancing, gymnastics routines, those are all really, really visual, and they're all things that she enjoys, and they're all things I wish I could see, but that I can't. 2. My daughter's photos. Recently, while we were chatting on Hangouts, Rosie kept sending me photo after photo after photo after photo, and I eventually had to tell her, honey, I can't see these photos because we weren't on the phone at the time, so I couldn't ask her to describe them for me. We were just text chatting, and it was incredibly difficult because I know that she was sending me photos of things that she wanted me to see, either photos of her surroundings, or just little emoji photos or stickers that Google Hangouts has, within its program. But I couldn't tell which was which, and she was sending so many that I couldn't ask her to stop and explain every one. She's 8 years old. She can't write an essay for every photo. It's easier for her to describe them than it is for her to type out a description. Not only those sorts of photos, but the photos that I take of her. I love to take photos of her. And while I might know what's going on in a photo or have a gist of what's going on and have Ira label that photo accordingly, it doesn't mean I can see that photo. I can't just create vision out of nowhere and look at a photo and see the details that I can't see. I know they're there, but I can't see them. And again, that's something I find extremely difficult. I think that just knowing what a photo looks like doesn't necessarily mean you always get the full impact. And Ira agents are amazing at doing their photo descriptions. All the alt texts I put on my photos on Instagram. If you're not following me there, totally should follow me there. But all the alt text descriptions I put on my photos there are alt text descriptions I can create based on the information Ira agents give me. So they are amazing, and they can give me the most detail they can possibly get out of a photo. But many times it's simply not an ideal replacement for being able to see the details with my own eyes. I used to be able to see photos, so I know what I'm missing. I know the details of my daughter's face better than I know the details of anybody else's face. So I can imagine what her pictures look like more than anyone else. But again, it's just not a replacement for sight. 3. The games my daughter plays. My daughter loves games. She loves games like Minecraft and crafting games and games where she gets to dress up little avatars, fashion games, makeup games, puppy games. She likes all these kinds of games, and in many of them you can take pictures of the things you create on screen, or she might need assistance with something she's trying to do, or she may just want to show me what's on screen. I will have to have an Ira agent look at the phone, and that just means calling them and, having her pause in her play so that I can get a visual description. It's not always convenient, and she doesn't always want to do it. It's difficult sometimes to ask, hey, can you describe this? Can you describe that? Can you describe everything that's on the screen? All this effort that you just put into this one photo or this one creation you just made, can you describe every detail? It goes hand in hand with what I was saying about photos. I can't help her with so many of her games because when people make games for the iPhone or for Android, they do not make them accessible. That's not the first thing that's on people's minds when they're making games, especially games for children, because children are very visually oriented. They're visually focused. They are stimulated by visuals. So most of the games that she plays are heavy on the graphics, which is pretty much impossible for any screen reader to identify or use. And that makes being able to help her or see what she's doing really, really difficult, if not impossible. I feel bad a lot of the time because I feel like I'm letting her down, and I feel like I'm not giving her the reaction that she needs or that she deserves, or sometimes I have to flat out tell her I can't see that. 4. My daughter's boo-boos. I will do a video on this one day, taking care of a wound when you cannot see it. It is difficult. It's very difficult, actually, and it's one of the aspects of parenting that does tend to make me very nervous because I don't want to clean a boo-boo wrong or do something to make the wound worse. I haven't, but there's always that possibility, and that possibility grows when you can't see. It's just a fact. I wish I could see when I'm taking care of my daughter's wounds because it would just be easier. And I think there would be a lot less stress involved when it comes to bandaging a cut or, removing a splinter, or just checking out a bruise that she has. I would feel more competent if I could see. Not being able to see does not mean I am not competent, but I think I would feel better if I could see these things, see the details, and know that everything was A-okay. I do have Ira, my visual interpreting app, but again, it's no replacement for just glancing at something like that with your eyes and being able to check for yourself that things are okay. It usually doesn't bother me, but when it comes to wound care, I get nervous and I wish I could see it. 5. My daughter's facial expressions. I have often been told that I am an open book and my facial expressions pretty much give me away every time. My daughter is much the same, and I think that in certain situations, if I could see the expressions on her face, it would make communication easier. This does go hand in hand with nonverbal communication and how difficult that can be for a blind person. In fact, I think I'm going to choose that for the video of the week. Unsightly Opinions does speak about nonverbal communication, how difficult it can be, and she does a really, really great, concise, and eloquent job of explaining her take on all of that, and her opinions pretty much run parallel to mine. It would be so much easier in many instances if I could just see the expression on Rosie's face. Good things, bad things. I would love to see the expression she wears when she opens a gift from Santa, or a birthday present, or if she's upset, or if I say something. Sometimes she's quiet, and I can read a lot in that silence. But sometimes I think if I saw the expression on her face, I would realize sooner that what I said was something that either got to her and made her think, or got to her and made her sad. I think communication is hugely important, and I do like that she will tell me, what you said hurt my feelings. I think that is incredibly important, to be able to lend words to what we're feeling. But sometimes words aren't necessary. Sometimes words can be trivial, and the face can say so much more. All of that nonverbal communication, all of that body language, all of what one glance can say is lost on me because I can't share in that visual communication. And it just is what it is, and it's never going to change because my vision is not going to get better. It's probably going to get worse. It's degenerative. So it's just something that I have to live with. But it can be very difficult not to see the expressions that pass over her face. Wonder, glee, happiness, goofiness, sadness. She's very expressive. And all of that expression, that visual expression, is expression I can't participate in. My treasures, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you found any value in what you've just seen. I have so many more videos planned. Thank you for going on this journey with me. Share with your friends. Follow me on social media. I always link those below in the description box. Follow me particularly on Instagram. I post a lot of content there that you won't find here on YouTube. Everyday snapshots, goofy moments with my guide dog, Skype calls with Rosie, it's all there. I'm actually still working on uploading some of the videos that were previously here over there, so it's just going to be a lot of fun. I post there every day with photo content as well, so definitely check me out on Instagram. And once again, don't forget to check out Unsightly Opinions, who is our chosen YouTuber of the month. November, we will have a new one, so just keep on the lookout for all of that and all my new content. Ring that notification bell so you know when I'm posting something new. And I will see you guys next week, which is a week away from when I fly out. Literally, guys, 2 weeks from today, I will be flying out to Germany. Super excited. You'll see all of that in another video as well. But for now, I will say goodbye and keep gleaming, my treasures, because each and every one of you does. Bye!